a lady we haven't seen in a while. Cathy Nesbitt is joining us today. Cathy Sprouters, and it's so nice to have you back. We're talking a little bit about maybe maintaining our health, starting to get healthy as we head into the holidays.
Yes, we definitely are. So adding sprouts to your life adds life to your life, first of all. It doesn't matter. You don't need to change anything else. Of course, if you drink less and eat less and do all those things, you're going to feel better. But adding sprouts are kind of the building blocks that's missing in our diet. It's the enzymes that's missing. Yeah.
Why does it make it so healthy?
Well, first of all, eating them raw is the way to go. When you cook your food, it destroys the enzymes. So there's up to 100 times more enzymes in sprouts than raw vegetables. So first of all, that's the first main reason. They're complete food, so vitamins, minerals, protein. They're hydrating, so we're becoming dehydrated. They're juicy. They're alkalizing. We're becoming too acidic on the pH, so this helps to balance the pH. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Biogenic, so I have lots of energy.
You always talk about how much energy you have.
You do. People go, where do you get all this energy? It's because I eat sprouts. So I start my day with 2 tablespoons of the sprouted beans and have done so for 12 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes, thank you. Well, I don't know. Look, and I'm still standing. But you know, when I talk about the sprouts, people often say to me, oh, I heard that sprouts are toxic. It's user error. So if you're buying sprouts that are sprouted at the grocery store, you don't know how long they've been sitting there,
right?
How long for them to get to the store and all of those things. When you buy them, they don't generally last that long. So when you're sprouting them yourself, which is really what I'm advocating for, is to get a sprout grower from me. Yeah.
So much fun.
and do it yourself, then you're in control of the freshness.
Right.
Yes. So really sprouting can be done in any unit. I mean, you can use jars, you can use paper towel. My sprout grower, the Tony Hornick sprout grower, it really makes it simple to do. So this is food grade plastic, stainless steel mesh, and the important part of sprouting is keeping the beans rinsed and clean. Because the mesh removes, it makes it easy to do. So you put 1 to 3 tablespoons of the beans on it. You need a flat layer, and then you put water in the bottom, about a cup of water. It's touching the mesh but not covering. You don't want the beans soaking in the water. And then you just place the dome on. Just place it light. It doesn't need to be squished on because you want air to be in the unit. So when the beans germinate, everything's there to grow that into a full-grown plant. So every 12 hours, you're going to pour off the cloudy water. Pour off the water, rinse the beans, replace the water, replace the dome. And this jar here, this is a jar of water that I poured off this morning from my mung beans. You can see that it's kind of greenish color. You don't want, it's not Pijo.
Right. Deal. We don't usually make people do a test before they come on the show.
So we're not going to drink this. We would just discard that. But that's just to show the water that comes out, the colored water. That's where the bacteria can happen with sprouts. So some units, are layers, and the water is washed over, reused over the sprouts. You don't want that.
Right.
You don't want that.
Because this is the water that's being reused, is your point.
Exactly, and that's
like
where
the pea water.
That's where the bacteria is, right? So you just want to get rid of that, put clean water, and then you've got your beautiful sprouts.
The hardest thing that I find with the sprouting is because you're only having a couple of tablespoons every day, you add a little bit every day, but you shouldn't start with a lot because they sprout really quickly.
The mung beans in particular will germinate in 24 to 36 hours, so very fast. I would suggest doing only one kind of bean at a time because they do germinate at different rates. Although the lentils you can do, we've got different kinds of lentils, you can do those all at the same time. Chickpeas take longer, about 3 days, and the mung beans are very fast, 1.5 days.
Wow. Perfect. Well, we have tried mung beans here on the show before, but coming up after the break, we have all different kinds of sprouts that we're going to try with Cathy. That's coming up next. Stay tuned.
Sprout taste testing. taste testing the sprouts.
I don't know whether the
Super
viewers.
simple sprouter sampling.
Yeah, I don't.
I wish I was Susan.
I don't. That would make it a lot easier, right?
Wouldn't it? I know.
Cathy Nesbitt is here with us. I don't know whether anybody here. We just said we're not afraid as we went into this segment because we're gonna try.
Delicious. This is so wonderful. So this is the simplest food you can get. I call this thrival food because it's super healthy. It's also survival food because all you need is beans and water and you have food pretty much overnight.
Where are the beans being purchased? Because we are showing the ones that have sprouted.
Yes.
But we also have on the table a basket of all the beans.
Pre-sprouted.
That's right. These are just waiting to be sprouts or plants. So these are 4 different types of lentils. And did you know that Canada is the 2nd largest producer of lentils in the world?
Really?
Wham!
I know, thank you. I know, I didn't know that. I
No.
didn't know until I started to supply them. These are all certified organic beans, so that we've got the mung beans and then fenugreek and chickpeas.
A bulk food store, a health food store.
I would stay away from bulk food beans or bulk barn beans just because you don't know the quality.
Right, for something like
this. It's for your health. For your, You're right. If you're eating them raw and you're sprouting them, I would stick with organic if possible, or definitely from your higher end grocery stores or health food stores.
Perfect.
All right, so let's start with the mung beans because I know you've done them
we've
before.
done mung beans.
They're delicious, so that
Okay.
will cleanse your palate. So they don't really have a lot of flavor. Maybe I won't give you that many of the
That's
next
okay.
ones.
That's okay. We're gonna have energy today.
You'll have so much energy. So biogenic, that's right. That's the energy burst. So
I remember my mung bean taste. That was mung bean.
yeah,
It's good.
delicious,
It's-
right?
Yep.
It's
They
kind
kind
of
of
would
taste
go.
like peas.
They do,
Yeah.
and they would go with anything if you mix
Yeah.
them with your salads or into your soups. But I wouldn't cook them, so add them as a garnish to your cooked foods. So let's do chickpeas because they're kind of fun. And if you're making hummus or chickpea,
Okay.
if you're making your own hummus, imagine instead of opening the can, you sprout your chickpeas. They're healthier. When you sprout the beans, they have fewer oligosaccharides, which are the beans or the sugars that cause flatulence. So when you sprout your beans, less windstorm.
Nice. Less windstorm.
Okay.
There we go.
I
So
can
here's-
appreciate.
Large green lentils.
Large green lentil.
These are
Okay.
all certified organic. Whoops, you got more than Joe.
Yeah. There we go. Perfect.
All right, you want some more? So these are the French lentils. Who knew there were so many kinds of lentils?
French lentils. Check.
Okay.
Oui. Très bien.
Maybe.
Huh? Delicious.
Je prends.
So very,
Very similar kind of taste.
and there's not
Here
much
we go.
taste. I mean, I know you mentioned putting them in salads or something. To have 2 tablespoons and just pop them in your mouth and eat them.
That's the best way. Eating, especially the mung beans. Starting your day. That's what I do. I start my day with 2 tablespoons of the mung beans. It prepares my body. It's the digestive enzyme that's missing in our diet. So when we're born, we're given a certain amount of enzymes. Here, we'll
Oh, do you want to do this one first?
Oh yeah, let's do that. So this is fenugreek. So this is used a lot in Middle East cooking.
Okay.
So it has a bit of a. You either like it or you don't like it. It's not one of those. It has a bit of a bite, so we'll cleanse.
It's more.
What do we
It's
have?
more bitter than everything
More
else.
bitter. That's
Yeah.
right. It has.
It's got like a back end bite.
It does, yeah.
It bites
There
in
we
the
go.
back end.
There we go. So those are the crimson lentils. Beautiful names, aren't they? So wonderful.
So is there a benefit one over the other?
I think that they're all very close, but they would have different properties, definitely. Sprouted broccoli, which are the very small seeds, they have sulforaphane in them. Easy for me to say, not really. Which is great for cancer prevention.
Right.
That is one of the anti-cancer agents. But these are all super healthy. Adding sprouts to your life adds life to your life, as I started. And I just think that anything you do, adding sprouts is just going to be more beneficial.
Amazing.
Great gift for family and friends. Leave your enemies out, they're just going to live longer. But they might be healthy.
Kathy, thank you so much for being here. It's always nice to have you here.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, stay tuned. There's more after the break. Well, thanks.